My First Win by Brian Mazak. About 5 years ago, I didn't know what baseball was until my dad asked me if I wanted to play it. I asked him, what was it? My dad explained it to me, and I said I'll try it, so I did. But what my dad didn't explain to me was what base you had to run at first. So when I hit the ball, I ran off the tee. I ran to third, then second, then first. After that, I touched home. I thought my dad would be proud of me, but instead he took me to the old dusty t-ball field to practice on. And I still didn't know what base you have to run to first. So my dad took the bases and wrote numbers on them. He said I have to run to first, then second, then to third. So when I hit the ball off the tee, I ran to first, then second, then third. So when the game came, I did everything right except for one thing. I did not do right. That was fielding. I played first base, and yes, it sounds interesting. First of all, my brand new baseball glove wasn't broken in, so that meant that I couldn't close my glove a centimeter. And second of all, I did not know how to field back then. In the middle of the game, this kid comes up to the tee and hits a hard grounder straight to me. But of course I was just daydreaming, and the ball comes up and bounces and hits me in the leg. I fell down and got up and threw the baseball. And I threw the baseball at the bleachers where my team was sitting. I almost hit this one girl on the head, but luckily she moved over. And then the kid made it home and scored. The audience clapped and cheered for the kid. I just wanted to pick up the ball and throw it at them to make them be quiet. The game was over and we lost all of course with me. And after that, my dad took me to the old dusty field again, and this time he brought in a broken-in baseball glove. And he said, this will make it easier for you to catch it. So I hit a soft baseball straight to me, and I catched it. The baseball. Then he kept hitting it harder and harder, and I still catched it. So here comes the third game of the season, hoping nothing else bad would happen so I wouldn't have to go to the old dirty field again. And I was playing pitcher's mound. Then this little tiny kid comes up to the tee and taps the ball right in front of me. So I had to charge the baseball. So I ran straight to it, but somehow I fell face first into the dirty field. Then I realized that my shoelaces were untied. I tried to get up, and I did, but by the time I got up, the kid already made it home. I was already ready to go to the field, but my dad told me that we were not going to the baseball field because all I needed to know is how to tie my shoes. So I went through a whole entire lesson to tie my shoes, and I did it. I know how to tie my shoes finally. Then comes the fifth game of the season. And I remembered what to do, and I was third base. The baseball comes straight to me. I got it, and I threw it to first, and he was out. That was the first out I ever made in my whole entire life. The baseball game was long, but we won. We were all excited, but there was one problem. We were in last place, but who cares? It was my first win of my life.